March 13th. Strip grazing the stockpile. It's not much out here, but it's enough to get these cows through the winter. It's what we grew through our, I guess you could call it a drought year. It was pretty dry compared to most years. Leaving plenty of fertilizer behind. What do you think? What, poopy?
Yeah.
That's from the last pass. We're about to put more down.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to watch your step out here once these cows are through. And no, we're not gonna waste our time dragging out manure pads. It's the biggest waste of time. Get your soil biology built up. They'll break it down for you. I mean, once that cow poops that thing out, fertilizer's already in the ground. If you think you're spreading your nutrients out several weeks after, well, you're not. Them earthworms and dung beetles, once it warms up, they'll tear them things apart, turn it into soil. We used to do it several years ago, but not anymore. These cows are getting it done off grass. They haven't had a bale of hay for several weeks now. Do they look hungry to you? I don't know, you tell me. Look like they're getting plenty. If they don't get bread, they're going to town. You're being noisy. If they don't get bread, they're going to town. Someone else can buy them. Or they can be hamburger. They got to get it done in our environment, and if they don't, someone else can have them. Back in January, that field got beat up a decent bit. I've seen it worse before. Got freezing rain, several inches of rain when we were in there back January, and they made a little mud, I'll admit, but can't hardly tell now. Got to give it rest. When your cows are stocked this high in the wintertime, you got to keep them moving when it gets wet. And sometimes it's difficult when you get rain upon rain, which we've had plenty of rain this wintertime. Just got to do your best and keep them moving, and give what pastures you already grazed plenty of rest before you come back, and it'll be just fine. You come back too early, you're going to shoot yourself in the foot. Especially if it turns dry like it did last year. You graze it down to nothing in April, May, and it turns dry, you're out of luck, because it's not going to grow back anytime soon. And that's the beauty of fescue. It can take a beating. it can handle it. Unlike orchard grass and some other grasses, you can beat it up in the wintertime, it won't hardly come back. But fescue, it will. It's tough. It's resilient. You beat it up, get some more diversity in there. Be some good cow chow in the growing season. And if your cows can't get it done on fescue, well, we sell them. I sell them. You can do whatever you want. At the end of the day, you got to figure out whether you're in this business to make a profit or do it for a hobby. And there's a lot of hobby farmers in our area. A lot of them have been feeding hay all year long. I mean, good grief, man. By the time you figure up your expenses at the end of the year, is it even worth it? You tell me. I don't see anybody grazing this many cattle in March. And if you are grazing and still, let me know. I haven't seen anybody. Not trying to be cocky or anything, but I mean, it's the truth. We just got out of a drought and we're still grazing cattle in March, almost springtime. Gotta keep them girlies moving. But yep. They look pretty good to me. And they're working. You know, they're raising a calf. Most of them got a 4 weight calf on them right now. They're working. All these calves are at a South Pole bulls, so they're 50-50 right now. Very pleased with how those bulls have done as far as calving ease, and looking to get some better genetics down the road for a grass-based system. These cows aren't giving any grain or silage. All grass. A little bit of hay. You bring your truck? Yep, I'm about to go move another group. This group's done for the day. Better watch it, boy. You're gonna get popped.